Hey guys, welcome back to CM Rankings and Reviews. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. And in honor of the Scoob trailer coming out and the new Scoob movie coming out soon, I thought it would be a good idea to rank the Warner Animation Group films, or movies, however. The Warner Animation movies do not include the Warner Bros. Animated movies. The Warner Animation Group films are the Lego Movie, Storks, Lego Batman Movie, Lego Ninjago Movie, Smallfoot, and the Lego Movie 2, the second part. So let's jump right in with number 6. I have Smallfoot. Now, there's not one bad film. I think they range from good to great. So Smallfoot has a few boring parts, especially towards the end, I think, and kind of in the middle. It kind of gets slowed down and it's boring. It's not that long of a movie, which I'm fine with. It's definitely the least funny out of all of the Warner Animation Group films, but it's still really hilarious in some scenes, especially with Flame. Great animation. The animated snow looks kind of real. I think the Yeti's hair looks really cool. I mean, just like in Monsters, Inc., how it took so long to make Sully's hair, and now they have a movie starring really hairy creatures that are like bigger than Sully and have more hair than Sully. So I think that's really cool. It also has an all-star cast, which I'm going to talk about. Some okay performances. I have Channing Tatum and Yara Shahidi and Danny DeVito. They're okay. I like their characters, but they don't give like as good of a performance as the other great voice actors or actors that I'm going to be talking about for the good. For the good, like the great performances, I have Zendaya, James Corden. I think they're using James a little too much in animation, especially with High Five and Big E and even Peter Rabbit. But he does a good performance in here. And Common is great in this movie. LeBron James, he's really good in this movie. Who else is psyched for Space Jam 2? Gina Rodriguez, I'm a fan of her voice work in Ferdinand and the Star. Eli Henry, I never heard of, but as Flame, he's really good. And Jimmy Tatro, he's hilarious in this too. That's all I have for those notes. Coming up at number 5, this is probably going to be like, if you share the same like ranking down below, please tell me and tell your own ranking down below. But number 5, I have the Lego Movie 2, the second part. Now, it is funny. It is very funny. It is hilarious, and it's just like so funny. But it's too fast paced for me. I watched it in the theaters, and I only watched it once. If I watched it again, I'd probably like it better, and it would probably be higher on my list. But it's way too fast paced. Sometimes you don't even know what's happening. There's so many new characters. But there is a great cameos in here, just all around. The Bruce Willis cameo is great. I like the Ben Schwartz banana peel. I think that was a good. I like the 3 different Wonder Woman. I also like the Aquaman cameo, the Lex Luthor cameo. There's just too many cameos in here to go over. But it's a good, solid follow-up to the first Lego movie. It's just not as good. Another problem I had with it, Nick Offerman, Charlie Day, and Allison Brie were not in it enough. They were stars as Unikitty, Benny, and Metalbeard in the first movie. That's why I like the first movie so much. And they're barely in it. They get more lines than they did in the first film, but they're so scattered I can't even name one from each of them. Maybe one for Benny and Metalbeard, and Unikitty, but I can't name more than one. The animation in this movie is spectacular. It is so good animation. Great animation. They really improved it since the first Lego movie. Coming up at number 4, I have the Lego Ninjago movie. People might have this at their last or in their 5th, but I think it is a really good movie. I'm going to talk about the show a little bit. I have seen a couple episodes of the show, and the show is really good, but again, smaller demographic than like Batman, because everybody knows Batman. Not everybody has heard of Lego Ninjago or watched it, so you can still enjoy it if you haven't watched the show, but plus the show doesn't really carry in anything. But the show kind of, like, I watched it a little bit to get ready for this movie, and it kind of made the hype better. The animation is great. It is just as good as the Batman movie. It's just as good as the second Lego movie. The jungle and the cat and the torches are great. The jungle is photorealistic, or they actually I think it's photorealistic, and the cat was great. And what I mean by the torches is not Kai and his fire, because that was Lego, but the torches of Garmadon's number ones, that was real fire, or looked real. That was really good. 3 cast members that I think went above and beyond are Dave Franco, Justin Theroux, or whatever, and Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan has more lines in this movie than all of the lines in the Kung Fu Panda trilogy then. So that kind of, it's okay though, because I think he plays a very funny Master Wu, and I don't get the point of the framing device with Jackie Chan, but Warner Animation Group knows how to get their money's worth out of Jackie Chan. Anyway, Dave Franco was good, and so was Justin. But moving on to the cast that I wish got more time to shine: Olivia Munn, Fred Armisen, Abby Jackson, Kamanji, or the guy that plays Jay, I don't know how to pronounce that. Michael Pena and Zach Woods. They were so good. Olivia Munn, though, was not as good, but I think she still gave a solid performance as Lloyd's mom. I actually have her Lego box somewhere. Here we go. She was a solid character, and I think it was funny, the storyline that we got with Garmadon and their love story. I thought that was really clever. So it was boring at times. What movie isn't boring at times? It was really kind of boring at the beginning, but in the second act was my favorite act. So up at number 3, I have the first Lego movie. Some people may have this at their number 1, but I have it at number 3. No problems against it. It is funny, creative. Again, great cameos. LeBron James, Will Forte does a great job as Abraham Lincoln, Channing Tatum, and Jonah Hill. And the list goes on. Kobe Smulders as Wonder Woman. All great cameos. I love the main cast, though. Chris Pratt, Elizabeth Banks, Morgan Freeman, Will Arnett, Nick Offerman, Charlie Day, Allison Brie, and Liam Neeson. I think there's not much to be said that hasn't been said about the Lego movie, so I won't be talking about it as much. I think Will Ferrell did a great job, who I forgot to put in there. But Will Ferrell is one of the highlights in this movie. So is Nick Offerman. Coming up at number 2 is the Lego Batman movie. But before I get into that, I have to show you my Lego Batman sets. Here they are. I have some Marvel figures in here because I like to play with them. But here's the Two-Face. Here's the Batcave. The Joker mobile, the egghead thing. The Bat, space shuttle, Riddler car, the Penguins thing, and I have a lot of different versions of Batman. I like the villains. The villains are really fun, but anyway, let's get back Will Arnett is great in this movie, as always. He's probably the best Batman there is. A lot of people have that same idea. The animation is great. Again, not much to talk about the animation because the Lego bricks are just so cool to look at. And the animation is always great for all the Lego films. It's hilarious every minute, guys. First 10 minutes, joke every, 5 seconds. They're just, keep joking around. And I think that's very, risky, but it's also, pretty much all the jokes landed, I thought. It does get boring when at the third act is boring, but otherwise it is great. I like the villains, I like Joker and Harley Quinn, but I like the other villains like Scarecrow and Bane and stuff. Now we're going to talk about the cast. Michael Cera, Zach Galifianakis, Rosario Dawson, Ralph Fiennes, Jenny Slate, Doug Benson, Jason Marwan, I don't know, Eddie Izzard, Ellie Kemper, Jermaine Clements, and Mariah Carey. All-star cast, guys. It's just if you look at the IMBD page for this, celebrity after celebrity. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about this. Coming up at number 1, I have Storks. A lot of you guys don't like Storks, but I love Storks personally because the characters hit. It is hilarious. I watched this with my mom, my sister, and my cousin, and we were all laughing so hard in this movie because it's hilarious. The slapstick humor, and Andy Samberg, I thought, did a great job. From the Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs franchise to the Hotel Transylvania franchise to Storks. And I've seen a couple episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm a fan. He does cameo in Grown Ups 2. But Andy Samberg needs more credit than he gets. I've watched some of his SNL skits. He's so funny. The other cast. The cast is great, too. Katie Crown, Kelsey Grammer, Jennifer Aniston, Ty Burrell, Anton Starkman, Danny Trejo, Stephen Kramer Glickman, and Awkwafina. Yes, Awkwafina's in this. She plays the Quail. But I'm not going to talk much about the cast. Put them aside. I'm going to talk about Pigeon Toady. Pigeon Toady is so funny with his Canadian girlfriend jokes, his How You Like Me Now song. And I think Stephen Kramer Glickman gives a great performance, especially since Glickman isn't really that popular in the U.S. I thought he gave a great performance. And Key and Peele, my personal standout in this film as the wolf, Alpha Wolf and Beta Wolf and the whole wolf pack. I thought they were hilarious with the whole tiny thing joke. I thought that was just great all around. So there you have it. There's my lengthy ranking of all 6 of the films of the Warner Animation Group films. Who else is excited for Scoob? And then they also have a live-action Tom and Jerry, a Space Jam 2, and a DC Super Pets. So I think this studio has a great future. And please subscribe, leave a like, tell your friends.